How's everybody doing? I just wanted to share with you a couple ideas, thoughts, new ways to think about things maybe. I was meditating the other night and like 10, I don't know, it's so weird to think like 10 principles, but like, so it's like the 10 commandments, but I don't know, I was meditating and all these thoughts about life and existence and the meaning of it all kind of like, I felt like I was downloading stuff, so I kept stopping and my meditation and audio, like audioing the stuff that I was getting. I'm not going to share all 10 with you. I'm just going to share a couple points. And of course, my audio failed, so I didn't get all the things that I was getting in my meditation anyway. But one of the things that I think is important to remember about meditation, those of you who are new to meditation or wanting to try meditation and you always feel like, oh, I can't meditate because I have so many thoughts going on. Meditation isn't about the ceasing of thoughts. You're still going to have thoughts, but the more you meditate and the deeper you go, you'll start to find gaps between thoughts and you'll be able to go into those spaces. And then you may come out and then start thinking again. So I think sometimes that we stop ourselves from the exploration of what meditation can do for us because we think we're doing it wrong. And just because you're having lots of thoughts doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. You just still want to just kind of observe your thoughts, let your thoughts go. In this case, I felt like I was, like I said, some really interesting things were coming to me, so I wanted to write them down. Generally, I just try to let them go. You just go with the flow. So that's one thing. But I just wanted to say like 3 other things. One is I started thinking about happiness. I've talked about this before really, but you know, happiness is not in a future state. It's not in this illusory when, it's now. And the point of power that we always have in our lives to be activated is now. And I keep coming back to this Buddhist statement. I'm going to paraphrase it, but basically, the only thing that's keeping you from happiness is this stubborn belief, this stubborn thought that you or me, we are currently missing something in our life as it is right now that we think if we had would make us happy. Whoa, I'll say it again. The very thing that keeps us oftentimes from finding happiness is this belief, this tenacious, strong, incorrect mythology that we are missing something that we need in order to be happy. And that could be a girlfriend, a boyfriend, fame, money, a career, an acting job, a vacation. And I'm not saying that we, in this world of duality, that we don't go out into the world and try to achieve those things and go for things. That's not what I'm saying at all. But as you've all probably experienced, getting those things doesn't change your happiness set point if it's not dialed in inside. So they just complement kind of your state of being, but they don't really change what's going on in here. So we want to remember that you're not missing anything in order to be happy. You can be happy right now. It's just as a change of paradigm. It's a lot of work. It's work though. Got to fight for your happiness, I'm always saying. So that's the first thing. Also, I just wanted to say something I said in class today that I think is profound, I keep coming back to, is that you are the only you. Think about this, if we can get our heads around it. You as Bill, as James, as Tony, as Stephanie, you are the only you ever created since the beginning of time into perpetuity. Wow, just you in this mortal form, with the way you think and the way you see the world and the way you're curious and the way you create and the way you love and the way you share, just you, as you are right now, including all your flaws and imperfections, are the only you since some 4.5 billion years ago when this planet was banged into existence to right now. There's never been the atoms and the structure, the molecular structure of you coming together as this being called whatever your name is, will never be again. So I wish we were taught more often how to celebrate the sacredness, this reverence of who we are. I think it's just really important to keep getting our hearts and minds and souls around how unique and what a perfect offering you are as yourself. The only you ever created since the beginning of time into perpetuity. Doesn't make us more special than anybody, but certainly is what a unique gift being you this go around. Okay, I hope we can celebrate that. And I'm just looking at my notes here, the things that I wrote down. Yeah, we denigrate ourselves, comparing ourselves to, you know, expectations of who we think we should be, or worse, comparing ourselves to these illusions of who we think people are, mostly on social media. Let's not do that to ourselves. Please, let's celebrate who you are. One last point. As you move through phases of your life, your relationship to yourself and life must change. This is also something that often creates unhappiness, is because we don't allow ourselves to evolve, to change our we don't go with the fluidity of how a phase of life moment is going to naturally change us. If you are on sort of a journey of self-exploration, which I think anybody who's listening to this must. So you're right where you are today, thinking about these topics are going to change. Career, love, sex, religion, politics, yourself, art, acting, America, God, am I forgetting anything? Aging, creativity, meaning. It's all supposed to change. It's all supposed to change. And the pain and suffering, I think, comes when there's a part of us that wants to evolve into this new perspective and awareness, and we don't allow ourselves to do so because we keep looking at things oftentimes the way we were raised or the way we were taught we were supposed to see things. But you guys, that's sort of like, I mean, imagine if you saw the world and interacted with the world and related to the world who you are today, just like you did when you were 5. Chances are you wouldn't be around. Yes, if you saw and interacted with the world as your 5-year-old self, you wouldn't still be here. So I want us to remember it's okay. It's natural for phases of life to change you. And yet counterintuitively, that leads me to the last point. We also want to remember that we want to continue to try to see the world from our curious, young, innocent, hopeful 5-year-old self. So our beliefs and our ideas and our views and our orientation to life must change if we're on a journey of self-exploration and self-awareness. And yet we want to try to maintain this beautiful, curious, youthful self that abides within us, to see the world, not when you get cynical, jaded, not when you get angry and start shutting out possibility. You want to try to stay open like your 5-year-old beautiful self that's still alive inside you and wants to continue to see the world that way, even though life has had its way with you. Okay, I hope this helps. I know you can do it. If you want to hear some of the other 10 points, maybe write a comment and I'll do the rest next week. Okay.